Oh,
yeah?
So many times we've had this discussion on this couch. Lionel Messi will never be regarded as the greatest ever player, in your opinion, because he's never done it at a World Cup.
No.
The only reason Argentina are going to be at the World Cup next year is because of Lionel Messi. Does this make any difference?
No, it
to your
doesn't.
Thought process?
Because I stand by what I've always said. He has to do this on the World Cup stage. And he's not done this at the World Cup stage. Now, don't get me wrong. As a performance, this was as standout as I've seen from any player of this generation. And I don't think there's anybody else who could have done this. But at the end of the day, it was against Ecuador, a team that finished 8th in CONMEBOL qualifying, a team that's ranked 35th in the world. As good a performance as it was, he has to do this on what my opinion, the highest stage of world football.
Chuck, how important a game does it need to be for you? I mean,
The World Cup.
Had Messi not carried this team and scored 3 goals and got them in the World Cup, it would have been an absolute catastrophe that Argentina, with the quality they have, don't get there. So, you know, you keep saying about, well, he has to win a World Cup final. I mean, how big is this? Actually just getting there.
I stepped back from that comment of winning a World Cup final and settled on reproduce that type of performance at the World Cup level, which we have not seen. We have not seen Messi play like this at the World Cup. We haven't. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Ali. If you ask Argentinians who's the best player to have ever played the game, would they say Lionel Messi?
What is Ali's not Argentinian?
No, he's our CONMEBOL expert. Ali's our CONMEBOL expert. I found that out last week.
That's more of a social question, because Maradona is considered to be a man of the people, whereas Lionel Messi tends to be a little bit more corporate, if you will.
So the answer is no.
The answer is Diego Maradona.
But what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying. I don't understand this dying need, it seems, to have Lionel Messi anointed as the best who's ever played, when there's quite clearly a huge section of football people, Argentinians, who think otherwise. And why we find the need to
when did you take a poll with these Argentinians, by the way?
It
was a huge section. What are you talking about?
Argentina's got a small part of the world. It doesn't.
Okay, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no to that. I just don't understand why it is we have to anoint Lionel Messi as the best in the world. I don't. When people who watch Argentina's football day in, day out think differently.
What I would say, Shaq, and I think perhaps this would give more validity to your argument, is that in any sport, whatever event you want to talk about, whether it's team or individual sports, in order to be considered the greatest ever in that sport, it feels like you have to win the biggest prize in whatever that sport is. In our sport, the biggest prize is, and maybe we can argue this back and forth, is the World Cup.
I feel good! Vamos Argentina, sabes que yo te quiero. Hoy hay que ganar y ser primero. ¡Dale! Echada local. ¡Como grita el gol, Polito! ¡Como grita el gol!
You can leave Messi, Messi directa porteria encara Messi, Messi, creu la pilota, gol, 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 gol,
Unterstützung wird er selbstverständlich auch von Angel Di Maria und allen anderen auf dem Platz bekommen. Man wartet jetzt auch darauf, dass in Salvador das Spiel zwischen den Bosniern und den Iranern zeitgleich angepfiffen. Mascherano, jetzt mal Platz für Di Maria, Angel Di Maria. Glück für Angel im ersten Versuch, aber nicht im zweiten. Und das ging ja flott, dritte Minute, Argentinien führt. Und jetzt hat er ihn. Als wollte das Schicksal ihm den Ball präsentieren. Der erste Versuch von Di Maria an den Pfosten und landet. Messi auf Higuaín, Benzema ist draußen, Higuaín aufs Netz. Messi, Doppelpass mit Higuaín, immer noch Messi, schöner Pass auf Agüero und Benzema. Deutlich mehr Ballbesitz, aber Großchancen. Im Moment zufrieden sein mit dem Spiel seiner Mannschaft. Gute Pass rein. Higuaín, Di Maria. Boah. Rutscht der Messi da rein, aber am Ball vorbei. Higuaín versucht ihn abzugrätschen, gelingt nicht. Messi setzt sich durch. Dafür tut Messi bitte. Higuaín. Messi gestoppt. Messi. Kommt von Messi. Und Benzema ist da. Endlich mal wieder ein Ausrufezeichen in der Partie. 1-1 zwischenzeitlich für die Nigerianer. Natürlich glücklich. Die Chancen waren bei den Argentiniern. Und jetzt bekommen sie nochmal eine Top-Freistoßposition. Sergio Agüero. Lionel Messi. 2-1 Argentinien. Tolles Freistoßtor. Sie hängen am Tropf. Und das ist dann auch der Pausen. Was dann noch dazu kommt. Er zeigt schon mal alles, was man braucht. Verschiedene Optionen. Er wählt die von Higuaín. Aber können die sich natürlich schon wieder postieren. Messi. Argentinien zurück.